Hi, my name is Jason, and this is my blog called Living with CMT. I hope you enjoy. Good evening, folks. It's Sunday and it's 25 to 7, and I've just finished watching the Women's World Cup England against Cameroon match. And I've never seen a game like it in my life, to be honest. England have won 3-0 and they're through. But the match itself, I ain't never seen nothing like it. Obviously, we're playing against Cameroon. Cameroon are a physical side. And in the first few minutes, one of our players got elbowed in the face. Paris, she got elbowed in the face, and it should have been a red card, and it wasn't given. Later on, England scored the second goal, and it was given offside, but then VAR, it went to video assistant referee, and it was given onside because the player was onside. Their players went absolutely mental, Cameroon. They started protesting. They started going demented at the ref. They started, getting in huddles and wouldn't allow it and all this kind of stuff. And it was like, what the hell? Anyway, it turns out at half time, it was mentioned that they were going to play the racism card. Now, I'm sorry, I'm not racist. I'm not racist by any stretch of the imagination. I used to live in an area called Cobridge in Burslem in Stoke-on-Trent. And it was 83% Asian, right? Now, I had a football team which had got Asians, Turkish, English, Pakistanis, everything. They were all in it, right? I didn't care because as long as they played football, mate, I didn't care what colour, creed or whatever they were. And I always remember that if one of the Asians had a go at the whites, they were just standing up for what they believed in. And that was fine. But if one of the whites had a go at one of the Asians, it was racist. Now, I don't understand this. I've never understood this mentality. Because if we were all blind, nobody would give a toss about racism, right? Nobody would give a toss what colour you were. They wouldn't care at all. And the one thing that annoys me is people have got to realise racism works two ways. Just because you're white and you have a go at somebody who's a different colour, that's racism. But if you're a different colour and you have a go at somebody who's white, that's fine. And it shouldn't be like that. Racism is racism. Don't draw the line under it. It is racism, mate. It is as simple as that. And they were saying that it was racism. Well, let me just tell you, I saw the decision. The first one, the player was onside, so it was right to overturn the decision. The second half started with them having paddies, and they scored a goal. Only this time it went to VAR, and their player was offside, and that was the right decision. They had players crying, they had the manager going mental, they had the players huddled off, they wouldn't come on the pitch. It was ridiculous. And it's nothing to do with racism, it's to do with the screen showed that they were offside. So the decision was given that they were offside. Why does everything have to come down to racism? Why does everything have to have a racist undertone? If you're coloured and a decision goes against you, don't always think it's because people are being racist. Because you're giving people ammunition then to be racist. Because the more you raise the racism flag and wave it in people's faces, the more they're going to say, well, whatever we do, we're going to get called racist anyway. So what's the point of not being? Do you know what I mean? Don't give them the ammunition. Don't give them the ammunition. I mean, I watched that match and no decision went against them that was not fair. They scored and it was ruled off because they were offside. We got ruled on because we were onside. That's why we won. There was no racism. There was no other issues. So, get a grip on yourself. Bloody sad, man. Anyway, it was a good game. England won 3-0. They had decisions go against them, which should have gone against them. But the way they behaved, they've got to get fined. They've got to. I mean, some of their tackling was disgusting. And right at the end, one of their players took one of our players out, Steph Horton, the captain. They took her out with a foul that in a Premier League match, it'd have been a red card. Simple as. She literally went in with the studs right on her ankle at the side and straight down her ankle, bang, and straight off the pitch, And in a Premier League match, that would have been a red card. But because it was so late in the match, she got a yellow card. Now, one of the things I blame for this is the referee, because the referee didn't keep good control of that game at all. She let them have the minute. That's why at the end of both halves, there was 7 minutes altogether at the end of each half played of injury time. Because of the VAR decisions and the fact that she was allowing them to get into huddles and trying to console themselves on decisions they didn't agree with. That wasn't football, it was a farce. It was a real farce, and it let it down because, like I said, it was a good game. It was a good game, but England played well and they deserve win. So that's been my Sunday. Right, on to other matters now. My back, my hip, my side are absolute agony. I'm getting grief off them all the time. At the moment, I'm trying something called glucosamine gel or something, what my mum recommended. She has it. And it isn't doing much at the moment, but then again, I've only been on it just over 24 hours. I'm in a lot of pain with my hip and my side, and whenever I move or whenever I don't move, I'm even got to the stage now where I'm having to come down the stairs, sitting down on my backside and go down step by step because I can't walk properly. As soon as I put weight on my left side, I get massive pains in my hips. So I don't know. I've got to ring the doctors tomorrow. I've got to make an appointment. I've got to find out what's going on because I haven't got a clue. It's driving me a bit mad because I'm not used to this kind of pain all the time. I'm used to the pain in the base of my spine. That's a given. But this is different. This is in my hip and in my actual hip, the joint of my hip. The pain's there all the time. So whether I've got a bit of arthritis in there, I don't know. Also, I get a lot of tingling down my legs as well when I get the pain in my hip. So I don't know. It's just confusing me. I'm not happy with it. I don't know what's going on. I wish my body had sod off because, like I said, I'm only 46 and my body's acting like it's 86. I haven't done anything the last couple of days. I've just took it easy, rested, chilled out. I've been watching a lot of football. Last night I watched the African Nations Cup, and I'm watching some more in a minute because I'm recording it. Because while I was watching the England game and speaking to my friend Sarah down in Leicester, my sis, I was having a good rattle with her. We couldn't believe this England match. But I'm watching some more football in a minute. I'm not really in the mood to do anything. I am playing a game at the moment, but it's only a hidden object game, so I don't have to concentrate too much on it. And it's called Haunted Hotel 16. I remember playing the first one years ago, so that's come on a bit. But yeah, I like hidden object games, particularly ones that let you do them at your leisure, because you can do 5 or 10 minutes, and then when your hand's playing up, you can just come off it, walk away, and say, I'm done. So yeah, not got nothing planned tomorrow. I think it's another day in because I've got to rest this. It's getting a bit out of hand now. And also, Tuesday I've got my medication coming, so it's probably going to be Wednesday before we go town. We've had some nice weather, but I've got to tell you about a little incident that happened this morning with my mum, bless her, and I'm pretty sure she's going a bit mutton. Because I don't know whether you know, but years ago there was a series called Heartbeat, and the main policeman in it, not Nick Berry. Anybody who knows who's English will know what I'm talking about here. Nick Berry, the actual chief of the police, the one who's the head of the police station, is called Alf Ventris. Anyway, he passed away yesterday, bless him, age 79. And I said to my mum, do you remember an actor who used to be in Heartbeat? And she went, and I said the name, and she went, no, I don't remember him. I said, right. I said, did you ever used to watch it? She said, yeah, I used to watch it. She said it was all right. I said, well, do you remember the head policeman in it? And she said, no. She said, all I remember is him who played the wizard. And then I realised what she'd heard. I said, Mum, I said Heartbeat, not the Hobbit. Oh, she said, I thought you said the Hobbit. So that was my mum's major cock-up of this morning, which had me in absolute hysterics, to be perfectly honest with you. And when I told Deb, she was laughing her head off. And when I told my sister Paula, she was crying laughing. And the other thing my mum asked me, with my mum being living on her own, she doesn't cook a lot. And she asked me about these. She got some leaflet through the door or something, or in one of her catalogues. And what it basically is, it's for have meals delivered. And you get so many meals for a certain amount of time, price. And that isn't what I was talking about. She was on about, like, she didn't know whether to have them or not, and she ran it past me. And I said, well, to be honest, Mum, you're diabetic. I said, and you've got health concerns. I said, and when you have food off Paula, which is my sister, because whenever she does big meals, she always does me mum some and takes it down. And whenever we do something big here, like a big shepherd's pie, cottage pie, or chicken pie, we always put some to one side, give it to my mum, either take it down and let her freeze it, and she can have it whenever she wants. And we know what goes in it. We see the ingredients. The problem my mum's got is because she was on about ordering these meals, is you don't always see what's in these ingredients. And you do hear horror stories of what happens to these places. Some of them advertise them as, being cordon bleu stuff, and then they find out that the kitchens have been condemned, because the quality is absolutely garbage and people are coming downhill. Now, I don't want to run the risk of that with my mum. She's 70 years old, so I'm looking out for her health. And I just said to her, I said, Mum, I said, if I was you, to be perfectly honest with you, I'd stick with your food that you're eating now. I said, because if it comes from Paula, all the ingredients are proper. If it comes from us, all the ingredients are proper. And if you get it yourself, all the ingredients are proper. You have somebody that you've never heard of making food for you, you're running a risk. So I managed to, I not talk her out of it, but I put my 2 pence in, and she said she's going to leave it then. I don't know if I did wrong there. I mean, these meals might be absolutely fantastic, but I don't want to take the risk with my mum's health. You know, I cared about my mum too much for that. Now, as you know, I told you I went downtown on Saturday, and Saturday I'm off again. Friday, and you saw from the video that I was in bad pain. Well, let me tell you, Saturday and all today I've been in bad pain. I've had painkillers. I've taken my usuals, but I've also been taking my tramadol again because I've needed them. I've not been sleeping too brilliant. I've been waking up a lot in the night in pain, and then once I wake up, I can't get back to sleep. So that's something else. I don't know whether that's linked to CMT. I know what it was linked to last night. It was absolutely boiling last night, didn't it? I could not get. I literally woke up in the night and my pillow was stuck to the side of my face with sweat. That's how bad my night was last night. Sorry about that. I still haven't heard anything off my pip yet, because obviously I'd have had my post yesterday, so I'm still waiting. Another day will be tomorrow. I have heard off that box I told you about. Remember me telling you about the box that I told you the stuff wasn't worth the money? They've told me that they've got a 60-day money back guarantee, and if I send it back to them, I can have the money back. The only problem is that's the size of the box that I've got to package up and send back to them, right? And it also weighs a lot. Now, there's nothing in the email to say that they'll pay the post. They just say they'll pay for the box, have the box back. Because I got them to respond to it. The first email I sent, they completely blanked me, ignored me. So I sent them another one saying I'm thinking of taking this to trading standards. Within 2 days, I got a reply. Bang! We are really sorry to hear you have been unhappy about the box, blah, blah, blah. Send it to us back, you can have the money. As soon as I mentioned trading standards, they got off the backside. Coincidence, isn't it? Tell you, some of these companies, mate, you've got to kick them up the backside. If you're not happy with the service, at this day and age, you complain about it. Because if you don't complain and nobody else complains, nobody will ever know that it's a bad service. I've rated this company and I've rated it bad because the quality's good. Don't get me wrong, the quality of the stuff's good, but it's not what is advertised. And surely that is false advertising. That is false advertising. Oh, excuse me. If somebody wants back pain, they can have it. I can email it to you. It's not a problem. You can take this off me. It'll be a real pleasure to get rid of it. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to, like I say, I'm not doing much after this. I'm just going to go watch a bit of African football because I'm enjoying it. I get to see some of the Liverpool players. And last night I saw Brazil against Peru, where Brazil won 5-0. That was a fantastic game. And Firmino scored, and Alisson Becker was in goal. So anybody who knows Liverpool will know both of them play for Liverpool. I did get to see Naby Keita for about 15 minutes last night in the African Nations Cup, but he wasn't very good. I was hoping to see Mane today, but he ain't playing, so it's a bit disappointing. I did see Salah on Friday night, Mo Salah. He played all right. He didn't do brilliant, but he played all right. And they won 1-0, so that was a good result. But like I said, there's just not a lot happening at the moment. I'm trying to get my sister at the moment to convince her that, she's got CMT. She's got it bad, my sister, as our Paul. The same as, probably a little bit less than me. I don't know exactly. I don't go by percentages. But the one thing she's worried about is embarrassing herself to her neighbours by using a stick, right? And I said to her, I use a stick everywhere I go, right? Because I need to. And I need calipers everywhere I go. And it's only recently that I've taken to using a stick on my own decking, because I can't even walk on my own decking now and feel safe. I have to have my stick with me. Now, there comes a time when you have to swallow your pride, because pride's good. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with pride. You've got to have pride in yourself. But pride comes before a fall. And in the case of CMTers, they'll know what I mean by that. You do have some bad falls. And I had one too many falls before I said, no, this is it. I can't do this. I've got to start using a stick. And it took me ages before I'd have calipers as well. And so now I'm calipers and stick. And it's not because I've made myself dependent on them. It's because I know that if I don't wear them, I will have more accidents and I'll weaken my joints even more, and I'll end up in hospital. I'll end up an even bigger burden than I am now on people. I don't like being a burden on people. There's the CMTers out there who will agree with this. We hate the fact that people have to do things for us. We don't want to feel like a child. Sometimes I'll say to Deb, she's done my food for me. She's made me a drink, and I've say to her, I've checked. I don't need my nappy changing. I just feel like that. Sometimes I do feel like a big kid having to have everything done for me, and it is horrible. It is embarrassing. But sometimes you have to say, I didn't ask for this. There's nothing I can do about it. What can I do, really? I could start trying to prepare my own meals. I can't feel heat. I can't feel cold. I'm not very good with knives. I can't chop things. I can't cut things, and I can't hold things that are heavy. What am I going to eat? Nothing. Biscuits. Crisps. If I want a meal cooking for me, it has to be cooked for me. There's nothing I can do about it. And I'm not prepared to starve for my pride. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to disappear, leave you all to it, and I hope I haven't depressed you too much on this Sunday, and I hope you're all well. Anybody wants to drop me a line anytime, remember the email, sonofdell@hotmail.com. Any questions about my life, CMT, anything you see on any of my vlog, any of my blogs or any of my unboxings, just message me. Or even if you just want to rattle, I respond to everybody who gets in touch with me, trust me. Even if it's just a few lines. You want to talk to me, send me an email. sonofdel@hotmail.com. Son of Del. You take care. Hi, I hope you enjoyed the vlog, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up and a like. Thank you very much. And if you like what you saw, you can subscribe by clicking there. And if you want to see what I did yesterday, you've just got to click up there. Bye for now.